Why am I single? Why am I single? That's what you want to know? Really? Oh, guys, you care. Thanks, guys. You asked me why I'm single. Aw, I really touched that so many people reached out and asked why I was single. It's cute. I digs it. Thanks. Lord, there's so many reasons why I might be single. Too tall, too short, too pretty, too ugly, too sane, too bipolar, by force, by choice. Pause. I am some of those things, and some of them I am not. Okay? I'll let you figure those out on your own. But for one, I'm a by choice girl. I'm single because I want to be. I'm also a by force girl. I'm single because social media wants me to be. Being single in a social media world is hard as heck. It comes with tests, trials, obstacles, truth. Like there's no hiding anymore. Check it. If you're a serial killer, for example, dating everything that you see, knocking down every flagpole that's raised in front of you, or filling in every fault that's open, you know what? Let me let you catch that before I move on. Ladies, knocking down them flagpoles. Fellas, filling in every fault that opens. Anyway, the social media is going to tell on you. You have bitter men and sincere women. You have vindictive men and loving women. Loving black women that just don't cheat. By the way, black women don't cheat. I'm just saying. I mean, being single in a social media world can be interesting. You have your ups, your downs, your lies, your truths. He fine, but he ain't that fine. Why he so cute and he ain't got no girl? So many questions, so very little answers. Why? Because nobody talks anymore. Nobody opens up. It's all about them. It's all about themselves. It's all about them. Yeah, I know I already said it, but it's all about him. You ain't worried about me, but you want me to get at you? No. Raw News No Fluff presents Being Single in a Social Media World. So why am I single? It's an easy question to answer, but it's a hard question to answer. I told my mommy about my podcast, and some people had asked me why I was single. This wasn't even going to be my first episode, to be honest with you. This wasn't going to be an episode at all, which is why it's number 7 now. You know, I didn't even think to speak on why I was single, and the podcast is about being single. I was just going to dive right on into those topics and situations and challenges and successes, but why I'm single? Nah, I didn't think of that one. So thank you to everyone that asked me why I was single. Well, my mommy said, well, that's a loaded question. There are a lot of reasons why someone would be single. So in short, I'll say I'm single because social media. Nah, social media does play a huge role in it, but that's not why I'm single. I'm single because nobody likes me. Nobody liked me in high school. I had like 2 boyfriends in college, one of which cheated on me, and the second is my best friend to this day. Nobody is knocking on my door then and now. I'm single because I have expectations. I'm too grown to be settling when I can just live by myself and be just fine. I can watch clothes for myself. I can cook for myself. I can clean for myself. I take myself out on dates. Okay. Now, do I want someone else to do those things for me or to do those things for? Yeah, sure. I want a husband. God knows that I know it and now you know it. But do I need one? I don't believe I do. Now, I could be wrong. So we'll see. But at current, no one was or is checking for Brandy. I don't know if it's because I'm a bit of a tomboy and proud of it. Because I was reserved back then. I'm kind of reserved now. Well, more private now, but that's neither here nor there. Is it because I wasn't doing the nasty then? And now because I'm not doing the nasty? Or am I just ugly and no one wants to hurt my feelings? Pause. Appreciate you, boss, if that's the case. Thank you for not hurting my feelings. I don't know why it was, but now in 2019, I'm single because of social media and the thoughtness is everywhere. There is no fair competition anymore. Social media to me has ruined the definition of a relationship and it has murdered the monogamous relationship. See, some of my expectations can be adjusted, but some just can't. For example, faith, leadership, financially aware and literate, and communication. No levels to that. It's only one level and it's max, baby. Talk louder. I need to hear you, boo. So check it. I'm single because I have qualities I need in my man that men just don't possess anymore. And if they do, baby, trust me, it is in very minuscule levels. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but the needle is only a centimeter long type level. So many reasons why I'm single, but really, there's only one. The combination of my expectations and the lack of men in the world that can and want to fulfill them or even try. Oh, but ladies, they want us to. Anywho, so here's the skinny on why your girl is single. 1, God. Not because of God, but because of the lack of belief in him. Nowadays, people just don't respect faith and spirituality anymore. And they definitely don't respect the Christian faith and lifestyle. Why? Because there are so many fake Christians out there. All these people that are using I'm a Christian to support their ignorant, selfish, and confused behavior that reflects negatively on Christianity. They are just evil, and there is nothing evil about the walk with Christ. Christianity is about love, respect, commitment, and charity. We aren't the judges of people. Judge not, lest ye be judged. We don't agree with killing off an entire people because one feels they're more superior than the other, or for any reason. Shoot. People are people and they have their purpose. We do believe that there are chosen people. However, we are all chosen people because we all have the same amount of opportunity to go to heaven. We all have equal measure and access in God. We all have the ability to love one another and respect one another. So, what a lot of these so-called Christians and a lot of these false prophets and false preachers, what they're doing is messing up what Christianity really is. And it's confusing people, and they are diluting it, and they are just mucking it up. So a guy that doesn't believe in that is an issue. It's a huge issue for me. For example, my ace. Now, he believes that Jesus existed and that he is a man and walked the earth and blah, 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 so on and so forth. But what he doesn't believe is that Jesus is the Son of Man, came from a virgin mother, performed miracles, is God manifested in the flesh, lived, died, and rose from the dead. All that. And with that, he and I ever getting back together? Yeah, that's done and dead. Nail in coffin. That never happened because I need someone that is equally faith as I am. Equally as spiritual as me. And I don't mean on the levels thereof. I mean the mentality of the matter. We believe in the same thing. Our growth in our walk may not be on the same level, but we believe in the same thing and will teach our children as such. Train a child up in the way that he should go and he should not depart from it. It won't be no house divided over here. I want my dude to actually have more faith than me, to have a stronger spirituality than I have, because he will be the leader of this household. He is a direct connect to Christ. And regarding my ace, even if he were to turn around and realize the truth and just accept that Jesus is those things mentioned, and we were on the same belief, at this point, we still won't get back together. We're best friends. That's it. I would never want to mess that up with any possibility of a relationship. We good. My him is not him. Okay. And moving along. I'm not dating for fun. And that's another reason I'm single. I don't relationship for fun or to take advantage of someone or whatever. That's not going to happen. If that's the case, I can just have sex with everybody and call it a day. I mean, why? I can cook my own food. I don't need you to feed me. I can take myself on trips. I don't need you for a trip. I can do all of that. I don't date for fun because I respect myself and thereby I am going to respect him. And I'm not saying others don't respect themselves. I'm just saying that it works for me that way. Now, don't go getting all up in arms. Don't be sending me no messages and no letters talking about why you talking about I don't respect myself. I can sleep with who I want. Cool. That's how you respect yourself? Cool. Do you, boo? But for me, I don't date for fun. If I'm dating, you not if we just went on a date or two. If we're in a relationship, I can see a future with you. I can see that you probably have a lot of qualities that I digs for my husband person to have. I don't see you as my husband off rip. Now, pause. Kill that. Calm down. I ain't crazy. But I do see promising qualities in you, my dude. Now, number 2 is very valuable. Leadership is very important. You have to be a great leader. You have to have the mind that is focused on the whole and not just the individual. And that's what a great leader is. He focuses on the back as much as the front. He knows what's going on in the middle just as much as the outer rings. And I'm saying he because I only go with dudes. And my dude, he needs to be a great leader. Babe, you have to keep your head on a swivel. And not because of the dangers, but for the opportunities. I want my man, my love, my husband person to look for the best route, the most efficient route, the safest route, the most effective route. I don't want him coming at me talking about we taking a scenic route. Because you know what? I know why we're taking the scenic route. We're taking the scenic route because we're lost due to his failure to, one, plan accordingly, but more importantly, he just wasn't in the leadership mindset. Every leader has to have a finish line. You can't start something and not have a finish. The route may change along the way, but we shouldn't be completely lost. He can't be like, oh, shoot, there's a coyote. Okay, well, how do we get away from the coyote, boo? Focus on that. Let's focus on the resolution. Let's not focus on the problem. A great leader is eyeing the resolution and dealing with the problems that will come along the way, but focusing on them issues in any type of relationship is failure from jump. You not even paying attention to what is the resolution. Look, I'll get in a conversation with my dude and I'm like, okay, we did the back and forth. Cool. Great. Love it. So what's the resolution? What are we trying to get to? What are we trying to resolve? How do we resolve the problem? I'm not focusing on the problem. The problem is there. Now let's fix it. If you know where you're going, then you can probably avoid a lot of the problems. And you have to have a person or people behind you to be a leader. And you also have to know the mindset of those that are following you. You can't be leading people that aren't interested in going where you're going. And a side note, I think that's where a lot of these men mess up. You so needy and just so focused on you just got to be a leader. You fail to realize that old girl isn't even following you. So the leader of Brandy and the household that she's in, there's a huge responsibility to be the man of the relationship, especially a black man. I respect y'all deeply. Like, y'all have no idea. Most of y'all anyway. Not all y'all. Some of y'all just get to the bike. Actually get to the middle so that we, the women, can protect you. Anyhow. So that goes into the third thing. You have to be a great follower. You have to be. On my website, I quote, in order to succeed, one must be willing to fail. My husband person, babe, you need to know this. He needs to understand that. I'm not expecting him to get it right every time. As his wife, as his girlfriend, as wifey, whatever. My job should be as a supplement. If you fail, we fail together. But know this, it won't happen again because we've grown and we've modified. I am his support system. I got your back. And I know, and vice versa. But we're not talking about that right now. So feminists, calm down. Just calm down. I'm talking about me in respects to him. I am his helpmeet. I help him meet his goals. And if he's meeting his goals, all of those things that fall on that line are benefiting me. Exactly. And that's how I feel a relationship should be. If he is successful, I am successful. You share a bank account, you share children, you share a home, you share meals, you share responsibilities, you share all of that stuff. So why not share in his steps to him being great? And why shouldn't he share in my journey to greatness? So you have to be able to follow. You have to. You have to know what following feels like. You can't be a leader without ever having followed someone. How in the hell do you figure that is possible? There is no way that is possible. There's no way possible about someone being a great leader or even a mediocre leader without ever having followed someone. So again, in equal measure, you have to be a great leader and you have to be a great and willing follower. You have to be willing to follow also. Sometimes, sir, you may not have it. You may not know, but she might, but I might. So are you willing to follow when need be? Great, babe. You the head of this household. Do you, baby? Do you? I got you. Oh, okay. So you don't know how to birth children. So let my body do it for you. You have to follow. You can't be in a delivery room pushing on my stomach. How? Sometimes you just have to follow. And that's an interesting example, but you get what I'm saying. Don't be that person. And now number 4, masculinity, the provider. Whew. There's just something sexy about masculinity. I am the traditional female. Sorry, pinch me. But I am. Yep. Judge me all you want, but you better know what traditional means before you get to looking stupid. I believe the man is the head of the household. I help him. He helps me. I'm his peace, his comfort, his confidant, his balance, his love, his only. I come before our children, and he comes before them for me. Man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Those children, yeah, them little jokers, were a gift. I am him and he is me. My job is not to wear the pants in the relationship. My position is not the captain. I am the all-star. He is the MVP. He picks heads or tails and I just run up and witness the coin flip with him. He puts the address in the GPS. I just look at the map and make sure he's going the right direction. So yeah, I'm the most worked, but he is the most responsible. This toxic masculinity nonsense is just a way for females to try to take the places of men. But can't no chick in the real world take a place of a man. Like, come on, let's be real. He was given a role, was definitely made for a valuable reason, with a purpose and perfect for me. Men. Ooh la la. I mean, we are trying to change the scope of what being a man is, but no one is screaming toxic femininity because I'm sure there's such a thing. Why? Because you made up toxic masculinity, so why can't somebody just make up toxic femininity? Another subject. But it is a way for females to control men when we aren't even supposed to be the head of the household. See, this new age, I don't need no man, female gonna sit up here and try to raise her son to be a man, and it's all gonna bite her in the butt when all of her hard work with the toxic masculinity movement bites her in her face because her son doesn't want to be a man or act as a man should, or doesn't want to give her grandkids even though she really wants them. He's too afraid to express his masculinity because you have made it evil. And yet again, I digress. Another subject. Of course, violent men are not okay, but that has nothing to do with their masculinity and everything to do with their mentality. So let's just call it what it is. It's toxic mentality and leave the beauty that is masculinity out of it. Oh my gosh, testosterone is gorgeous. Now see, the simple-minded man of today think that when a chick says traditional, she's talking about staying at home while he's at work. She eats bonbons. He sweats and gets visibly dirty and musky. She watches soap operas, orders foods, and then plates it as if she cooked it. They think when she says traditional, she goes to the mall and shopping with her friends, and he hands her his check when he comes home on Friday. But no, traditional is the biblical wife, not the worldly one. And there is a huge difference, at least for me. Trust, it's a huge difference, which subcategorizes into shared responsibility. If you want me to help you with your job and being the provider, then you are certainly going to help me with my job, the household, cooking, cleaning, getting the babies bathed, reading to them, helping them do their homework, getting them to bed, getting them up in the morning, feeding them. Let's not get it twisted. It is 2019, but if you don't want a stay-at-home wife that handles the house, the budgeting, the kids, the meals, your rest when you get home for a few minutes, then you better be ready to be that 2019 husband and share the responsibility. Guys seem to think that they want her to earn a living, but she better be a biblical wife at home. That's friggin' selfish. So now it gets me to number 5, and I'll be happy to announce that chivalry is not dead. Mind you, it's on his last toe, but the Hamanaka ain't dead. Am I him? He's the toenail that refuses to catch the fungus that all the other toes have caught. He's a fighter, a protector, a let Brandy enter the car first in case there's danger or mist. I'll walk in the house first in case there's an intruder. And he's a I'll let you walk on the inside from traffic in case I have to push you out of the way of an oncoming car. And baby, I'll carry the baby and the baby bag. You just keep your bag safe for the bedroom, girl. I'll drive, you sleep. Stay in the car, I'll pay and I'll pump the gas, man. You're my rib, my wife, my only forsaken, all others, including my mama, man. Let me pray for, with, and over you, husband. Let's have a Bible study before the Bible study. God spoke to me and told me this, the daddy, the zitty, that man, I'm masculine, man. I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically strong, man, my him. My chivalry isn't dead because Brandy L. Grant is worth it. My man chivalry can't be dead because he's still got it. And my husband definitely needs to have it. Be chivalrous, men. Be chivalrous. Open doors. Pull out chairs. Wash a dish if she's cooked. Be chivalrous. That's something that I value. Clearly. That picture was nice though that I just painted, wasn't it? Oh, he's so fine. I don't know what he looked like, but he's so fine. Ooh la la, baby, come to mama. Now let's talk number 6. The guys that think 2 in the bush is better than 1 in the hand. See those dudes? Them people? Nah, man, they can't be my him. They won't be. No way. It's selfish. It's ignorant. It's not calculating. It's a short-term thinker's goal instead of a long-term goal reacher's goal. Like, dude, the men that be like, what? So there's 2 birds over there I might be able to get, even though I have a perfectly good one in my hand right now. You saying I might be able to get 2 for dirt? Like, bruh, you got a great job. Now you want to be a rapper? You only thinking about yourself, clown? Be single doing that mess. That's what being single is for you to experiment, for you to just do things only for you and you don't have anybody else's world to worry about. And with social media, that's all the world is. It's full of selfish, mentally single, and just people that possess a false sense of self. Those friends you have on social media, they lying to you. Mark my words and you're welcome. You better love, care for, and feed that bird you have. Those 2 in the bush that you might get, they're not checking for you. You checking for them. While that one over here that you ain't paying no attention to, but she all about you, you're gonna miss out on. Oh my gosh. Men that think 2 in a bush is better than 1 in the hand. Oh, the rage. Ouch. But maybe because number 7, men lack common sense. I'm sorry, don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. Men lack common sense. And I could blame your parents, but God dog, the older you get, the more common sense you can develop because of deductive reasoning, because of experience, because of observation. Develop it. I think more women possess it than men. And I'll probably say it again in the future, but I do believe I was given a few people's share of common sense. It's common, but it's just become common practice not to use it. It's like cuter to be like stupid, you know? Like guys feel like super smart, and it makes like people feel like they're better than you know? And like they like you more. Duh. Well, don't like me because I use my common sense. I like to find the answer in the most effective way. It's like common sense. What is it? What does it look like? Men don't know because they don't have it. And again, I blame their parents and the females of the world. Why do I blame the females of the world? Because men will only do what females allow. Skinny jeans, rompers, rips in your jeans. Sweetie, what in the world? That further pisses me off. The fact that women really do run the world. I tell you, man, the difficulties that come with being single in a social media world when women don't realize their power, when women don't realize how much influence we have. Oh my goodness. Who said it? Storm. Yep, from Run the Streets by Tupac 06 itself. See, she said, it's a man's world, but real women make the S go round. Disrespect and I clown the type of chick that throw down, throw up my block cause nothing stops my chips. A boss player with this, then twist your lame tricks. Holla if you understand my plan, ladies. Forget having babies, body shady, behind people swearing he can save me. And then comes Beyonce some 2 decades plus later saying, I can do for you what Martin did for the people. Ran by the men, but real women keep the tempo. It's very seldom that you're blessed to find your equal. So play my part and let you take the lead role. Believe me, I'll follow. This could be easy. I'll be the help whenever you need me. I see your hustle. With my hustle, I can keep you. Focus on your focus, I can feed you. You over here focusing on 2 birds in a goddamn bush and not focusing on the one partner that got your back and your side and your front if she got to. Come on. Let me breathe. That's why I'm single. Y'all focus is all out of whack. Y'all don't know what y'all supposed to be focusing on. Y'all trying to focus on y'allself, but then y'all focusing on, I don't even know where you're looking. And I'm not trying to get in your line of sight. If you scan the room and you see me and you stop on me, then great. But if you keep scanning, don't come back. Appreciate you. It's a hard knock life for y'all and me. Trust and believe me. Let's move on to number 8 before I get all really riled up and yeah. Self-expression, communication, emotional availability. Vulnerability is essential. Just like you want me to be vulnerable, you need to be too. I need him to be vulnerable. He has to trust me more with his feelings than he does with his body. He has to believe that I would never want to break him down and I would only want to build him up because that is exactly what I want for myself from my dude. And my mom also says, treat people how you want to be treated no matter how they treat you. That's hard to do, but God dog it, I'm trying. And I'm single because men don't express themselves. They'll hold stuff in and then blow up. And they will at times misdirect that anger. You mad from work and you taking it out on me. Huh? I want him to be able to be open with me, respectfully so. But be open about how he feels. Talk to me. Cry if he needs to. Nah. Calm down. Yeah, I'm still that female that I ain't trying to do with no dude that cries every day. I mean, I don't even cry every day. And let the world tell it, we are the emotional beings. But he can cry if he needs to. Don't be so much of a man that you can't display your emotions constructively. Further, I need him to communicate with me, to say respectfully and with love how he feels, what he needs, what he wants, what he likes, and what he doesn't like. I need him to be able to express himself in words, written and verbal, in action, body language, and facial expressions. I need him to be able to answer questions completely. And that's from jump, really. Oh, and I need him to remember things. Also need him to keep his word. Men today don't understand that. Scratch that. People today don't understand that. And as my mommy told me growing up, and to this day, all you have is your name and your word. And she's been telling me that since I want to say like 2nd grade because I got in trouble. I got in trouble in 2nd grade. But we're not going to talk about that. Don't let anyone, including yourself, ruin it. So let me tell you exactly what my mom said to me when I was growing up. She said, all you have is your name and your word, and don't let anyone, including yourself, ruin that. A lot of millennial people, I was going to say men, but people are shady. They say something and then they take it back. They'll promise you something so that they can get something and then they won't fulfill their side of the promise. It's very childish. It's very annoying. And that is something that I cannot deal with. Keep your word, keep your time, and keep your patience. Be able to express yourself and be willing to and actually practicing the working on it and learning it. Be an effective communicator and be emotionally available. Your emotions, your self-expression level, and your ability to communicate effectively will enhance number 9, which is romance, baby. Yes, let's get to the good stuff. But being that men only seem to express themselves when frustrated or in a mostly sexual manner on social media, I might be waiting a long time to not be single in this social media world, because a girl got to have romance. I gotta have romance, I gotta have respect, and I gotta have consideration. Romance, loyalty, respect, consideration. Nope, they are not dead, nor are they of a dying art. They aren't an old or traditional thing either. Romance, for one, is very much alive. It is very much a beautiful art that only the skilled can master and perform, and it is very new and very modern. Sure, romance may not be flowers and chocolates anymore, but a road trip, lunch in the park, a walk, a love letter, a trip, a dinner you cook. Yeah, romance is modern and traditional and fresh all in one. Need help with it? Ask a friend or 4. Someone will have an idea of what you can do, and if they don't, I suggest you change your circle. Guys don't romance. Though I know it still exists, guys really don't romance. I tried to fight for y'all, but guys don't romance. You have to romance according to how the other person wants to be romanced. You can't romance according to how you want to be romanced. Watching the football game is not romance. So yeah, though I know it does exist, guys just don't do it. In large part, I do kind of blame the females for it. I said it before, I'll say it again. Men only do what women allow. If I want my man to be romantic, I need to either teach him how to be, show him how it's done, or just get a guy that has it all in the bag. I was once told by a fella, in order to be romance, you have to romance. And though I agree on some level, on a high level I don't. How about you do something because you want to, not because you want something in return? Reciprocity is important. But if you're expecting it every time you do something, or even a majority of the times you do something, just date yourself. That goes for men and women alike. Just date yourself. I romance according to his idea of romance. Bang. Here goes some wings, some celery, that ranch you like, a soda pop, and the remote. Though I know very little about football, let me turn down his light, light a candle or 2, and sit with you while you watch it. Romance him on his level and his environment, and I will want the same. Romance me on my level and an environment that I would deem fitting. Guys don't take the time to learn you anymore. Why? Because most people tell it all on social media, so people assume everyone does. Thus, they're thinking they know you. Wrong. My man will get to know me, yearn to know me. Use what you've learned to grow this thing and connect us stronger. And because these dudes think a DM on social media is romantic, or an I miss you text is romantic, that's why I'm still single. You still in a box, bruh. You might be in a darn triangle. And as aforementioned, traveling is number 10. It's romantic. Boom. 2 birds, 1 nest. I don't want to throw a stone at a bird. You heard that, Peter? I don't want to throw stones at a bird. 2 birds, 1 nest. My thing with traveling is you have to enjoy traveling. Like, he has to be willing to travel. He has to be able to travel. He has to like traveling. No option. Not up for discussion. None of that. I just want to be here, or let me rearrange my schedule and see what I can make happen. I need at least 1 trip a year. And I do mean at least. Traveling for these dudes on social media is looking at other people's travel photos. Nah, bruh. You have to want to know and see the world for yourself. Life is bigger and better than just these joined states. The world is bigger than your family, your neighborhood, your job. Guys think a picture has shown them the outside world. I want a guy who wants to expand his mind, stamp his passport, and see the world with me. Eat new foods, see history, create memories that aren't just for a president destroying the only place we've ever known. Excuses are friggin' unattractive as all get out. I mean, dang. If nothing else, can we at least go on a mission trip once or twice a year? Shared faith, so our job is to spread the good word and deliver the good news. Let's be obedient together in a foreign place with foreign food. And if we happen to slide into a connected country to explore, well, hey, quality time, education, and making Brandy happy. 4 birds, 1 nest. Look there. 11. Work ethic. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about my daddy, you know I believe in a man that works. My daddy puts in work. My daddy is like a friggin' superhero person. Man, are you real? You can't be. Work ethic is like his DNA. Men today are lazy as F. Yep, I said the letter F. Straight lazy. I tell my dad, if a dude want to be with me, he has to come out here and work with you. I'm not expecting my dude to work hard and labor in the sun, bare hands and calluses, but I do expect him to work hard and provide. Work hard and finish what he starts. It's so easy to give up and move on because social media has every offering and someone will let someone be lazy and just get by as their man. But no boo, not me. Some expectations can't be adjusted, as I said before. Your work ethic not only applies to your work, but to your life, your relationship, your goals. You have to put in work. Come on, man. Stop letting social media make you lazy in the relationship department. Example, these dating sites. What the heck ever happened to going out and meeting someone face to face? Do we still know how to do that? All these men talking about, I don't do long distance relationship, yet you in Alabama flirting with a chicken organ. How? You just showed your entire self a lie. A person that doesn't really know what he wants is a cheat. Either way, Brandy gone. And finally, that brings us to privacy. And I was told a long time ago, our business ain't show business. The streets are watching, so people are talking. I don't do disagreements in public. Sorry, I don't. You can cut the fool all you want. I will not. Nor will I engage. And depending on how uncontrolled you are and for how long you go, I won't even say anything to you in private because I'll be out. I try not to do them in front of my parents and my sisters, so I most certainly will not do them in front of children and people I don't know. Those things are for private nature. I don't need those things on social media. Though many people believe I do in question time. But no, I don't. Now, have I? Thrice. That's it. 3 times. Why? Because I wanted to get other people's thoughts, and if they sided with the person I was having the issue with, then I was certainly at fault and I would apologize. Of those 3 times, I was found in the wrong twice, and I went to whomever it was and I apologized. I didn't use social media for bad or to promote myself or to make myself feel better. I use it as a self-correcting method. One of the best things about my followers and those that contribute to my page and listen to this podcast, you all are honest as heck. Sometimes too much of it in abundance. But hey, talk on. So yeah, privacy, self-control, there's a time and a place for everything. Way of thinking is very important and valuable. It shows a huge respect for the other person. You not wanting to embarrass them or disrespect them in public nor private is huge respect. I was once told to think, what can I say that will guarantee that I get to talk to this person tomorrow? To me, that was a great way of thinking, a great way of controlling oneself. I really like or love this person, so what can I say that will not drive them away from me? What can I say that will guarantee that I get to talk to this person tomorrow? I'm telling you to tell yourself this right now, in this very moment. What can I say during this discussion/argument that will guarantee that I get to talk to this person tomorrow and that they won't just drop me because I said something in a fit of rage or anger that, yeah, maybe I really meant, but I didn't need to say. Something that I could have said with more tact and respect. People, know the time, know the place, know the purpose. Know what you want to have for your outcome. Your home is your safe place, not these streets, not those friends, as proclaimed by my little sister Ashley Major. And I, for one, am in agreement 100%. Stop telling your business to everybody, because when they start getting in your head, you are going to miss out. You have to be able to fix things for yourself between the two of you, or you have to be able to come to the realization that that person just isn't for you. And I'm single because a lot of people like to post their business on social media instead of fixing it within their 4 walls. Maintain some privacy. Golly. And I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say it plainly. I'm going to say it simply. And I'm going to say it to the point. No confusion. Be as financially responsible as you want to be. Be as money conscious or as money spendy as you want to be. 'Tis all. But just know that if you're with somebody that expects financial cognizance, then that ain't going to be the one that you're going to stay with. And if you're with somebody that just spends like you, y'all going to be together, but y'all ain't going to be where y'all want to be. Money creates money. Whew. That was a lot of information. But you can find this again on YouTube at Raw News No Fluff, on Facebook at both Being Single in the Social Media World and Raw News No Fluff, and on all podcast streaming platforms. And those are the reasons that I am single in this social media world because social media retards people's ability to do all of the above, and because they don't know how to interact with humans anymore. They don't get any pushback and everyone agrees with them. So when they get out into the real world and a chick challenges him, he loses his mind, hides, and so the world where he is all right, even though he isn't, is social media, and that's where he stays. But I live in the real world. I don't live in social media, and I don't want to live in social media. I feel like when I get in a relationship, this is just a side note, I feel like when I get into a relationship, I'm going to be that chick that kills all social media. I think social media is not safe for a relationship. I just don't think it is. My podcast going to keep going. But I don't think I'm going to be on Facebook as much. Maybe Instagram, but not Facebook. Now, the worst thing for a woman is for a woman to want to be wanted. Yep, that is the worst thing for a woman. We do some crazy things just to feel wanted, to compete with all the chicks that have a man, just so we can say we have a man. Ladies, you make you, and let the man fine tune you. You see, I am enough, and I want a man that will just overflow my cup. Violins, please. Being single in a social media world is an adventure, to say the very least. So, Raw News No Fluff presents Being Single in a Social Media World. That's our episode for the day, everyone. Remember, let's make sure we finished up those housekeeping things. You subscribed to this channel. You've left comments, or you're leaving comments on comments, making your original comments. Just make it do what it do, baby. Let me know what you think. Definitely make sure you follow me, Brandy Grant, on Instagram at Brandy with the YL Grant. That's on IG. And be sure to share this link. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate y'all, because I do. Ooh. If you have any topics that you want to talk about, you want to hear about, you want to discuss, then send me a direct message on Being Single in a Social Media World on Facebook. Again, that's Being Single in a Social Media World. If you missed something, if you know someone that needs to catch something that was said on this episode, you can find this again on YouTube at Raw News No Fluff, on Facebook at both Raw News No Fluff and Being Single in a Social Media World, and on all podcast streaming platforms. Again, I appreciate you all for listening in this week. I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to talking with you all soon. Talk to you next week.